Welcome to Utah Stories. So, if you know our program, you know we love entrepreneur success stories, immigrant success stories. And today we have Hong, what's your last name?
Cong, the one.
Kong Duan.
Yeah.
Kong Duan from a new shop that is almost a stone's throw from our office. You could almost pick up a rock and actually hit it.
Yeah.
It's in the food hall, which is we're at 2700 East and 39. I guess you're more like 3970 South, something like that.
I think it's for around 4,000 south.
Oh,
20.
4,000 South.
Yes,
Okay, we're
we
at
are.
3988, so you're
Yes,
at 4,000.
4,000.
And it's just an awesome shop. Really great coffee. Really great smoothies, drinks. You even got gelato.
Okay.
I had the Abbey Garden crepe today for lunch. You guys are just
Awesome.
doing a great job. Awesome job. So,
Thank you.
yeah, just wanted to tell our listeners a little bit about your story, how you got first to the United States and how you were raised, and then what made you want to start your crepe shop.
Um, I'm from Vietnam. So 20 years ago, come to United States in California as international students. Try to that the first time I've on the airplane also to fly to United States and
Wow.
that is we uh, we want to know how from Vietnam is a third world country. It's always come to United States and I could stay in California for 3 years and come to Utah and
How old were you when you landed?
I landed at 20 years old.
20. Okay.
Yeah, that is yeah. It's 20 years old. Landed Los Angeles. LAX is so big. It's everything is so new, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so strange for me. And stay 3 years learning English over in California,
Mm-hmm.
and after that we moved to Utah to be better tuitions because California is pretty high tuition
I've been
for
hearing that more and more often.
Ye-
People are moving to Utah just so to go to school where the
yeah,
tuition's not nearly as high.
exactly. It's just cost of living is great. Um, like very friendly and school is very friendly for students too. So
Mm.
I came here, go to school, and I end up have a job in Costco. So I worked 10 years in Costco.
So I've heard that's a great place to work, actually.
I, Costco is great. I tell you, I have great experience in Costco. They very taken care. They teach me a lot
Mm-hmm.
how to be customer service.
Can't you get degrees there now? University degrees? Yeah, they
Yeah.
offer travel, cars, and vacations. That's the next thing.
they, they
Degrees.
they have a lot of service and offer, and I think the cultures is great. I mean, they built in very great cultures on how is human interactive is how you walk into the door, people will cheer you up, they say hi,
Mm-hmm.
and I still do it at my shops right now too.
Yeah,
You walk in and say hi,
that's the thing you
say,
notice first when you walk in the food hall. You're the
yeah,
first person to say hi. You've brightened up that whole food hall, and
yeah,
that corner was honestly kind of dead
yeah,
before. Like if you know the food hall, it's great because there's Granados, there's Over the Coals barbecue, then there's Santo Tacos, which has been our go-to.
yeah,
But that little corner, it was at Elephant Press, I think it was called.
yeah,
There weren't people there, and then when they were people there, they'd make your coffee the wrong way.
yeah,
It just wasn't good.
yeah.
And you've completely changed it 180 degrees. You're always there
Mm.
when we go there, and you're super friendly. But where did you learn to make all these drinks and learn how to do them right?
So I'm always loved coffee when I grown up. Like over in Vietnam, we have a very deep cultures about coffee. So I have a passion about how this coffee should be made. It's balanced. That is what I believe it's too not too strong, not too sweet. It just have the balance,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the in in reality is that is I love to do. Always have passion about a coffee shop when I was little too. So I came, I work, and after that, I think when I got my 30, 38th birthday. Talk with my dad, and he would say, "How about your dream? Did you follow your dreams, or you follows with money?" And I said, I need to do it. So I quit, and I get a shop and try to send out the message too. Is like, you are not alone. This is what the Y.A.N.A short for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have kids. I think nowadays when kids grown up, uh, I don't have enough time. I just bring the excuses part of it. It's just kid it doesn't have grow it the same way that I grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have much human interactive compared to computers, iPads, screened interactive more than human interactive.
Oh,
That's part of it too. I mean, you feel l- not lonely, but you are lonely because just you and your screen.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's coming out with you are not alone to let them know that this is we are have a very strong human interactive is and kids sometimes they know the values of work. They don't see like, oh, you can you come to the shop once in a while, help me out for cleaning, and just know more values of work of every day.
Having your kid around while you do your small business,
Yeah,
you can't give them better life lessons
yeah,
because you show them, okay, if we don't go out and say deliver all the magazines, like I've taken my kids to deliver magazines with me a lot.
yeah,
They're like, no, let's just go home. Let's not finish. Well, if we don't go and finish all the deliveries, then what if you're running an ad in here and you show up at this sandwich shop and you don't see us there? You think you're going to want to keep running your ad? And then they begin to think and understand a little bit. And the same thing, if you don't keep your coffee shop clean, if you don't, you know, maintain the prep work that probably has to be done for the crepes and all that, what are you going to do when customers show up? You know?
I strongly agree with you. It's some small thing is even kids can picking up some even though they say hi to a new customer at the shop and just that thing is not really focused lately nowadays. Like
Mm-hmm.
I saw kids with friends, all of them sit in the same places and they still look at the phone instead of look at it other
Isn't it
and
weird
talk.
kids not saying hi anymore?
I,
Like you
I,
walk in a room and most of the kids will not say hi anymore.
exactly.
And I walked into a boutique. It's like retro clothing
Mhm.
and I'm walking in, checking things out. The person working there never even said hello. Like I'm your potential customer. Aren't you taught to say hello?
Yeah.
It's just kind of bizarre. But it's like I think you're right. That human interaction that you and I got as kids, just always all the time in front of other people.
Yeah.
Now it's you're in front of a screen all the time.
I agree.
It's like you got to get kids out from behind the screens and into the real world. Otherwise, what do they think this world is? Like you just look at the screen all the time and get that's the world. I don't get it.
I agree with you. Even the symbol, like we last time we get one of the you guys magazine, we read through it and we we saw we noticed around it. We feel the work you put in the is different than a just swipe to the left or swipe to the right because that is I believe that is what humans built for
Mm.
like the interactive. That's how humans is emotional, like very emotional animals too, and we need it.
Yeah, there was just this hearing at the in the Senate chambers with Mark Zuckerberg, and they're grilling him because a bunch of parents have lost their teenage kids
Yeah,
under being bullied online, and then they go commit suicide, or the bullying gets to a point where they have a nervous breakdown, and then they drop out of school, whatever. And I have sympathy for those parents, but at the same time, I'm just thinking, what would make a parent think it's okay to have a big part of your child's social interaction be with that screen on a social media site. It just seems to me that is a recipe for disaster, to make your child believe the likes that they get on photos they post actually has some kind of meaning or value. I
I,
just think you're instilling the wrong values in kids.
yeah, like, I think kids nowadays get smarter, and it's they very smart nowadays. It's very smart, but I think is we lost our balance a little bit about more than computer smart, and we forgot about social smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you walk out on the street and you say hello, make a new friend, and one of my boys is kind of like, even my daughters, my 9 years old daughters, and she go home and she says she doesn't have friends. It's how sad it is. It
Yeah,
just
our 6-year-old girl doesn't have friends either.
I said,
Like after it's a play date. Like you can't just go to some friend's house after school and just play without
yeah.
a date. Like
Yeah.
really, that's not a thing anymore. I'm always kind of, my mind is boggled by the way things are today.
Yeah,
I sound like an old man.
I feel you there. That's why I will try to send out the message too. Like, you are not alone. Loneliness is very, very serious problems also to be.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cousin during COVID. He tried to kill himself too. It's but luckily we can save him. But I talk with him every single day from over here. He's still in Vietnam,
Mm-hmm.
but he said the loneliness is just eating. The eating slowly and slow. It was we don't aware that more than anything else too.
Mm-hmm.
That is why it's just open up and tell like who you are. That is what I believe too. I mean, the- we are not alone. So we have a communities. We have peoples around. We just need to be open up. And if you feel like you're lonely, come to my place. I will listen. I love to, because that is how is human interactive. It's about I can talk to you and let me know how you feel.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's awesome, and I think nothing gets people out of their own little bubble better
Yeah.
than a great local business where the owner operator is there making the product with using their expertise, just like you guys are doing. So I commend you. I think it's awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So yeah, go to Cong
Kong.
Kong's
Yes. Yeah.
Y.A.N.A Coffee Shop, 40th South, 2700
700
East. Really great place.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. While you're there, pick up. They ran out, but we'll restock them. This is our February Fun Guide issue of Utah Stories magazine. You want to support our coverage, our local journalism, go to utahstories.com. Subscribe to the magazine for $3 a month. I think it's now $12 a month for Netflix. So just a quarter of your Netflix and chill subscription will get you this, so that you can Utah Stories and chill, and you will love it. It's all full of locally owned businesses, great local stories. So with that, share, subscribe, like. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.